What's going on, YouTube? Jay Daniel here with day 10 of my journey from zero to hero, earning $10,000 a month as an inbound closer. So yeah, now we're into day 10. I am about to buy like a big board because I want to map out. I was having a really good conversation with a friend of mine, Curtis, and as we were talking, and I was kind of like, he was asking me like, okay, because I was kind of talking to him about my journey and what I'm doing, and he was asking me like, how do you handle it when you have like urges, or when you have like these bad habits that come up after you stop doing them after a week, and it's like, it was like, okay, how do you handle that? Like, there's multiple ways you could do it. The first way is to completely change your environment, right? Like the alcoholic that goes back to the same bar and relies on willpower is a dumbass. Like, you have to change your environment. But if that's not possible, or you're already in the moment where you're actually like, going through that situation where you're relapsing or whatever, the thing that you gotta do, and the thing that I kind of realized is, yeah, and it sounds cliche, right? But it's look at your vision. But it's not just look at your vision. It's you have to dig deep. The same way that, like, if you're a salesperson and you're in a sales call, the same way you dig into people's objections to find out what's really going on. Is it really a smoke screen? Is that really the problem? Is your problem really money, or are you just not certain about my product? And in that same way, when you have this thing in front of you, like when you have this shitty habit where you're drinking, or you're smoking, or you're watching TV, you're binge watching shows all day, or whatever the fuck you do, excuse my language, and the thing that you gotta do is look at your vision. And what do I mean? I mean, you gotta look at it and start peeling layers and associate it with your life, right? Like I don't really associate making $10,000 a month to my life, but when I think about, like, okay, what are the things that I can't do right now that once I have $10,000 a month I can do, right? Like, oh, my ankle was messed up and I couldn't get a natural doctor or a holistic doctor or these certain people because I just didn't have the money, right? So, now with my now, like, I look at it, okay, $10,000 a month, now I can pay for these doctors, right? Now I can pay for these treatments. Now I can go to other countries. Like, now it doesn't hurt me to pay $100-$200 to get a passport. Now it doesn't. Now I can do these things. And like for me, it's like, okay, $10,000. What kind of person do I have to be to earn $10,000? Oh, I have to be somebody who can, like, accomplish, who can be consistent day in and day out, and day in and day out. And what does that mean? That means that you're somebody who can learn any skill. And if you can learn any skill, like, oh, all of a sudden, I was held back before, like. I was always I always liked basketball. I was a basketball player, and I couldn't, like, dunk, because I didn't have like the habits. When I was younger, I was like, if I get a program, I can do it. But no, it's not just a program. It's consistently doing the things that'll get you there. And once I make $10,000 a month, all of a sudden I have this identity with myself where I'm somebody who consistently does what needs to be done. Because to make $10,000 a month as a salesperson, there's a certain level of discipline that you need. And it's not just discipline, it's doing the same thing over and over again at a high state. Because if you just watch videos or just hop on calls and you're like this, you're not going to sell anything. So you have to, like, really get yourself into a consistent state every single day. And if you can do that, if you can master your psychology, you can do anything. And when it comes to, like, those bad habits coming up, look at that vision, and then look at, okay, who am I becoming? Like, what am I gonna be able to have in my life that I don't have in my life right now that I'd like to have in my life? And when you think about that, all of a sudden your amygdala, the thing that fucks up your motivation, it goes away. And now you're in a place where it's like, oh, wow, I'm not demotivated. I'm not tempted anymore because this is so much better. And the whole concept is just you associate pain to the bad habit and you associate pleasure to the good habit. If you can do that, there's no chance. It doesn't stand a chance. And the thing is, you just want to go 3 layers deep, like because our brains are hardwired to survive, not to thrive. So, like, basically, you want to triple the pleasure to the pain. Like, it's kind of like a ratio. It's my ratio. In some studies, you have to do it like 16 times, but 3 works for me. Like, okay, okay, so I'm not gonna get this, I'm not gonna get this, I'm not gonna get this, I am gonna get this, I am gonna get this, I am gonna get this. Triple the pain, triple the pleasure. And you know, that's a good ratio to like just not make you want to do those bad things. And you know, obviously you can always just like meditate or breathe or whatever, write out a list of what you want to do, but I think the first thing should be just those mental associations, because all humans are creatures of habit, and habits are designed to not only keep you alive, but to give you as much pleasure as possible and as little pain as possible. So that's how, like, that's kind of how I framed it for him to overcome any bad habits, and that's what I'm doing. I'm gonna buy one of those big boards for $1 from Walmart, and I'm just gonna write on it. Like, I'm just gonna write, like, okay, this is the goal, this is what's gonna happen, these are the different layers, so I just have that on my wall. I don't know if you guys are on the channel, you've seen my videos, check out any other video, you're gonna see, like, my wall is just covered in pictures, and I'm putting more and more, because I'm trying to cultivate my environment. Because one thing I learned in the program is that, like, a strong man in a weak environment will always lose to a weak man in a strong environment. And you know, that's kind of what, like, that goes back to the thing with the alcoholic trying to rely on willpower when he's at a bar. You know, just don't go to the bar, just go to different places, associate with different people. You've done half of the work. Now it's just when you're home and you're alone and you're in your, and you know, and it's just, you have the desire or the craving to get that pleasure that you would normally get, like, just make that association of this hurts, this is painful, and this is good, this is pleasurable. And once you do that, like, you're golden. Those bad habits don't stand a chance. They just don't. And you know, the whole concept, and this is what Eli Wild said. He was Tony Robbins' best sales guy for 15 years. His partner, the guy sold like $100 million, or a lot of products, helping a lot of people. And he said, like, the way you do this is you systemize yourself like a business. You treat your sales job like a business. You treat your life like a business. You mitigate losses. You know, you mitigate potential losses. You set up systems so that you constantly get the best output with the least amount of input, and you just with the least amount of bad outputs, and yeah, you just kick ass. By the way, nobody guessed this vehicle, man. So this is a smart car. I am in a 2016 smart car. It was actually on my vision board, one of the first things I got. I don't even have I wasn't even financially in a place to buy a car, but I just needed a car, and I love this thing. It just motivates me. It's so cool. Anyway, yeah. As you guys kind of watch the videos, you'll see, like, the evolution. You'll see me going from, like, where I am now, which is, like, basically zero income, living off a credit card, to earning $10,000 a month, and then going to 20 and 30 and doing different things, and who I become, my discipline, my habits, my goals, like that. And also, by the way, if you're watching, you might have noticed my hat's different. So I was going through the modules yesterday, and in one of the modules, one of the top salespeople in Traffic and Funnels, which are the guys that are training me, their top sales guy, he said that the way to consistently show up, the way that Kobe Bryant, Michael Jordan, the way these guys really show up and consistently create results every day is not only do they have rituals, they have triggers and they have anchors. What does that mean? That means that Kobe Bryant will call himself the Black Mamba, and he'll associate himself to that alter ego. Like, there's people that they smell like the Wolf on Wall Street. He'll smell like a certain aroma, a certain kind of, like, thing, right? And that'll put him in the zone. That'll remind him of the times when he closed his best deals. So make an anchor. And I decided to make my J-Metrics hat, which was the marketing company that I started, and I ran and I operated for 3 years, and it didn't go anywhere. You know, I got on a bunch of sales calls, I got a bunch of systems, I hired VAs, but, you know, we didn't make any revenue, we didn't make any sales. And I might have touched on this earlier in the thing, but you know, that hat, like, that symbolizes like my alter ego, the business J, like the business JD, the business J Daniel, me going into that state where I am just completely unstoppable, and I want that to be associated to when I work, to when I'm knocking out my key tasks. And this is just a hat. This is actually a hat from an old job I used to work, and what's it called? Yeah, first hat I could find. I might get another one just to like not have anything on it, but you know, just a plain hat, like. But yeah, and I'm just so incredibly excited. Looks like I'm here at Walmart, and yeah, I'm gonna post. This thing keeps getting in the way. This is like an air freshener. Oh, I can just take this out. Yeah, so I'm gonna post a video of the after of kind of, not my vision board. I already have one of those. I think you've seen it in the videos, but a video of like my not my vision board. I guess it's like a vision explanation. It's a vision depiction. It's something where you actually see like the tangible like benefits, or I see the tangible benefits to my life and the differences in what I'm creating. You know, not just like you know, symbolism or a picture, or you know, all that good stuff. Oh, where are you going? Are you going in or what? Go. You're confusing me. Anyway, guys, yeah. Jesus. Okay, I am going ahead. You are confused. And alright. Woo! Here we are. I'm going to park. All these masks are so crazy. Wow, I'm like amazed by all the masks. I have one too. You don't have to like get mad at me that I don't have a mask on. I have one too. I just refuse to wear it in my car. Oh my god, everybody's wearing a mask. This is so cool. I just saw a kid without one, so I don't think I'm gonna wear one. Let me see. Is that like irresponsible? Am I endangering my people? Actually, you know, I heard that like with the mask, if your immune system's good, and if your immune system's good and you're in a good place, like you're not gonna get anybody sick. It's I don't know. This whole thing's weird. I'll put the mask on. I'm just talking crap. But yeah. This super happy to have you guys here, and let's see what happens. Let's see what emerges from my life, our experiences together, and boom.